Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with Lost. This time episode 18 of the second season. In the last episode, the blast doors, apparently without a reason, came down and trapped John and Henry in the hatch. John managed to open a door a little bit, just enough to get his legs trapped under them. So that's good. But he trusted Henry enough to send him at the computer to put in the numbers. Also, we saw a bit of John's past. His father pretended to be dead because he owned some money to some very nice people. He also asked John for help as usual. John, as usual, helped him with the money, but then, Helen found out that he's been lying to her about his father, and she left for now. Also, at the quite end of the episode, Said, Anna, and Charlie came back from their trip where they did find the balloon and the grave. When they came face to face with Henry, they weren't that happy because Said dig up the grave and found out the body. But the body had an ID of Henry Gale, which this other Henry pretended to be. So they found out he was lying all this time. Honestly, I was and I am a bit disappointed. I was honestly expecting more from him, and I feel that this was such a easy way to find out that Henry was lying all this time. I don't know. Also, I was kind of surprised by the comments, pretty much saying that, Henry maybe didn't thought that they're gonna dig up the grave to make sure he is lying or not. Why not? Okay, so let's say that you are one of the survivors of the island. You've been through all these things. A few months passed and no one came to rescue. Then suddenly these other guys appear and they don't back out from anything. Kidnapping, done that. Kidnapping kids, done that. A lot of times, like Alex and then Walt, killing, they done that. There are a lot of them. They also, sometimes when they get bored, infiltrate your group 2 times. And, they kill, they kidnap, fun stuff. And now you find this guy that pretends to be on the island for 4 months and never had an encounter with these other guys. Never in his life. And he's telling you that he crashed on the island in a balloon with his wife, and his wife died, and he buried her. So now you have to make sure if he's telling the truth or not, because it's actually a matter of life and death. If he is one of the others, you are in danger. And if he's not, that's great. You are kind of safe from him. And now your only duty is to find out if he's lying or not. So you do whatever it takes. Even dig up a grave to make sure. Because if you don't and you say, oh yeah, there's the balloon, there's the grave, we're good. You put the other survivors and yourself in danger. Or at least this is what I think. Let's not forget that they are on an island. No one came to rescue them for days, weeks, months actually. Plus, there are this other group of people that is killing you and kidnap you, and they actually say that you are still alive on the island because they want you, they allow you to be alive. So I think digging up a grave is not that big of a deal. um and also, Henry, um Henry knows that the survivors had previous encounters with the others. He knows what the others did to them, kill them, kidnap, whatever. So I think he should have thought about his plan a bit longer. Like, you are willing to get captured, get hurt, because I'm still pretty sure that he deliberately got shot by Daniel. And then let this other guy, Said, beat you, and you still continue with your plan, but then you drew a map and not expecting them to search the the grave. I don't know. Like, why use this story? I don't understand. Like, okay, so let's say he wanted to go with the grave, necessary with the grave. Like, there's a grave. Why say there's his wife in there? I know that probably he thought that if he mentioned a wife, it would be more um, sentimental. I lost my wife on this island. Oh my god, I watched her die. It will look more emotional. Um, but if he knew that inside that grave, and I'm pretty sure he knew, there's a guy with an ID. Why not say like a friend or something, or I don't know, a cousin? If he wanted to go with the wife necessary to be more emotional, get rid of the grave so there is no body, and I don't know, maybe say like, oh, she was terminally ill, and she wanted to have this, do this trip together because she thought that she won't have the chance anymore, and instead of burying her because she died, she was already weak from her illness and the island and the crash, whatever, and she died. And maybe let's say that instead of burying her, I know it will sound a bit creepy, but let's say that he burned her body, and he scattered the ashes into the ocean because this was her last wish. She loved the sea, the water so much, and scatter the ashes. I think that would be a bit emotional as well, but maybe there would be a problem with the smoke. So let's say that, again, he knows about the many encounters of the survivors with the others. So maybe he could have played a bit on this. Let's say that, one night he was sleeping in that cave, and with his wife, and suddenly he woke up and she wasn't there anymore. uh, Not saying necessarily about the others, but let the survivors think about the others, because then they could relate more. Walt was kidnapped, Claire was kidnapped, and now he was wandering around looking for her because he was afraid that something might happen to her. She was hurt, she was trapped somewhere, fell down a cliff or something, and she's hurt and she's dead. I don't know, she's suffering, and he's so desperate that he was willing to walk all the island just to find her, even if she's dead. I don't know, something like that. Does it make any sense? Because I think if he brought this thing, that his wife disappeared, but he didn't hurt anything, I think that will resonate more with the survivors, because they had a similar event happening to them, and they know how what's the feeling. I don't know. I'm just saying. I have like the way he was, like he got into John's head so good. Maybe it wasn't even hard to, but he understood what's the problem with John, and he could play on that and with that. And for him, just I don't know. It was too easy, honestly. I wish to see him just them believing his story and living through them, through not, among the survivors a bit more. But it is what it is. Also, there was this kind of map with a lot of information written on the blast door that could be seen only with UV lights. And there have been hatches and all that. But there was one thing that I realized. I think I realized after I posted the video. I think what John is doing there in hatch with the numbers, I think is useless. Without drawing with the hatch, the swan, and next to it there was like a square, not a square but a rectangle, and it was written CV2, and under it it was written CV2 inactive since the incident. The CV2, I think, is what, not necessarily, like there is electromagnetism in that hatch, in that spot, but the mechanism that is containing it doesn't work since the accident, and that accident, I think, it has something to do with the cement around it, maybe some nuclear thing. Because of the cement, they were trying to contain something, but the mechanism that is containing, I don't think is working anymore, and that's what CV is. And there've been a bunch of that on the island, on that map, so I think there are different spots with the electromagnetism and that thing to contain them, which is really, really interesting. I have to think about that. But yeah, I don't think there is any danger if you don't push the numbers, because I don't think it was a danger ever. They just maybe needed to harvest that electromagnetism somehow, and that's what it was, not a doom device that you need to stop every 180 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. But it would be fun to find out if it's real or not. Anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start. So, without further ado, let's do this.
Guess I need to drop a few pounds.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not gonna happen overnight. Some people's metabolisms are just a little slower.
It's not my metabolism.
It's the food that he stole.
You can trust me.
Okay. But it's bad. I tried giving it all away, but I guess I kind of kept some of it for myself. Wish I could just get rid of it.
Then get rid of it. If you want to change, then change.
He got dirty with the ranch, I think, and now isn't dirty no more. But also, why are we throwing food?
Where did this come from?
누가 여기다 떨어뜨렸나 봐. Locke said some kind of blast dust trapped him in the hatch. Maybe it was because of this. So no one would see you dropped it.
Guys are like locusts. How about a little order here?
So shouldn't we let someone a little bit more trustworthy take care of this?
Like you, baby napper?
No. Like Hurley. Why not Hurley? He's done it before. He could do it again.
No way.
Trade you. Take one of these savages about it. We can do it any way you want.
One of his friends from the psychiatric hospital. Cinderella. Cool.
When you ran off, it sort of seemed like you were looking for someone. I tried to find you.
I kind of don't want to talk about it.
Said the island won't let you lose weight. You destroy your stash, then bang. More food falls from the sky.
You're not still mad at her then?
Nah. I know she put me in here for a reason.
What reason was that?
The accident.
You want to talk about that today?
Do we have to?
Hugo, you've been in here almost 2 months now. Don't you think it's time to start getting our hands dirty?
You know, I'm not Dave's doctor, but we have talked about how he can be a very negative influence.
Dave's the most normal person in this place, man.
But he doesn't want you to change, does he?
Hey, it's taco night, dude. Let's blow this pop stand.
What? Brooke said you're, like, negative.
Well, duh. You got much more important things to think about.
Like what?
Like hard or soft shell, baby.
Yeah, I guess I could eat.
Yeah, I thought so.
4 months ago, I was part of the search party. Henry Gale was hanging out of the basket, neck broken.
You really should have checked his wallet before you did that. Jennifer.
What he did.
Crossing the Pacific isn't easy. I owe you a beer. I'm hiking to one of the beaches to start a signal fire. But if you're reading this, I guess I didn't make it. I'm sorry. I love you, Jenny. Yours, Henry. How did Henry Gale write a note to his wife with a broken neck?
Wasn't me. I didn't kill him. You don't understand.
How did you know his wife's name? Did you interrogate him?
If I tell you about them, you have no idea what he'll do.
You mean their leader? The guy with the beard?
He's no one. Nothing.
How many of you are there? 1.
He'll kill me.
I'll kill you. 2.
Saeed!
You can't do this. I am not a bad person.
3.
He wanted to be found out.
You're not here!
What the hell is that?
My mid-afternoon snack.
Dude, that's celery. Celery is not a snack.
15, 16, 23, 42.
I've been taking some pictures for the bulletin board. I've got everyone except you two. Would you guys mind?
Okay.
Why don't you get a little closer together?
Are you gonna make us look at the ducky, too?
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Dave is not real. Hurley made him up. And I think has, I don't know, something to do with his food disorder. Because every time Dave talks, it's about food.
Pulling in will only break your cookie.
Well, that's what I get for not going to the expert in first.
Okay, why? Why are we throwing food?
Well, I sort of need some medicine. It's called clonazepam. So you can calm down, or for when you're seeing things.
What stuff you seeing?
Maybe like a bald guy in a bathrobe.
You mean like that guy there?
Think it's funny? Do it! Get off! Who the hell do you think you are? Stay back!
안 되겠다. 가서 도와줘.
No.
Let go of me! Get him off me!
Well, I noticed you didn't say anything about the way you look. Are you comfortable with your appearance?
I mean, I can't really do anything about it, right? If I wasn't so fat, they never would have died.
There were 23 people on that deck. It was built to hold 8. And it would have collapsed whether you went out there or not.
Yeah, but I did walk out there. And it did collapse. And I killed him.
It was an accident.
That was my fault.
Look, after those people died, you were in a practically catatonic state. But you never stopped eating.
Because that's how you punish yourself.
Dave doesn't want you to lose weight, does he?
You know, Dave cares about me. He's my friend.
It's not real.
Dave isn't your friend, Hugo. Because Dave doesn't exist.
Was a bit more light in that room. But okay.
I don't think I can do this. You're not real. Look, you don't want me to get better. You don't want me to change.
You don't need to change, man. You are fine. You're great.
No, I'm not.
If you don't come with me right now, you will never get out of here.
Bye, Dave.
You remember what you did after that night?
Yeah. I realized you were imaginary. A little while later, Brooks let me out, and I went home to live with my mom, and I got my job at Mr. Cluck's back, and I got better.
Okay, good, great, yeah. Except, see, here's the thing. None of that ever happened. You're still at Santa Rosa, man. It's all in your head, my friend. The second you closed that window, your brain popped a gasket. You went back into your little coma thing, and that's where you are right this very second.
Wasn't John's mother at Santa Rosa as well?
The real me, the one they told you was imaginary, he went out that window, man. Right now, he's probably bouncing from hot chick to hot chick. The big finale. The answer to all your problems. A way for you to wake up. Snap out of it.
I don't want to kill myself.
Who said anything about killing yourself, man? This is gonna bring you back to life.
I'll just wake up.
That's right.
Like in the last episode, he was asking Jack, to tell him stuffs. Because he knows, Hurley knows there are things going on the island that he doesn't know. So how can all this be in his mind if there are things that's going on that he doesn't know?
Did you get caught on purpose? You and your people have been here for God knows how long, and you got caught in a net.
God doesn't know. God doesn't know how long we've been here, John. He can't see this island any better than the rest of the world can. This place is a joke, John. I stood at your computer as the alarm beeped. And you know what happened?
Nothing.
The timer went all the way down to 0. And then some funny red pictures flipped up in its place.
He didn't put the numbers in.
And do you know what happened next? Nothing happened, John. Your timer just flipped back to 108.
You're lying.
No, I'm done lying.
You don't want me to wake up. Well, guess what? I'm not scared.
Okay, Hurley. You're having some sort of panic attack. I get that.
Yeah, but did you know I'm so fat that I killed 2 people? And that I have an imaginary friend? This isn't real life.
Why would you say that?
Because in real life, no girl like you would ever like me.
The day of the crash, on the other side of the island, Echo brought a man with a broken leg to me for help. What was his name?
I don't know.
You don't know. You know why? Because it happened to me. Don't tell me. You made me up. It's insulting. I am real. You're real. The way I feel about you, that's real.
So you need some water to go with that?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Well, see you later, guys. Thanks for the photo.
That's her.
Here's your pill, Libby.
Wow. Okay. So that was a thing. Libby was with Hurley in the same mental hospital. Really wonder why was she there. She seemed, I don't know, too calm, like kind of a bit out of her mind, but pretty sure because of the pills. It makes me think of some sort of pills to calm her a bit. So I wonder what happened to her that she ended up in there. And that's where she saw Hurley and probably made a, I don't know, bit of an obsession, kind of, I don't know. But he kind of not recognized her, but probably Hurley saw her around but doesn't remember or didn't pay attention. I thought that her being a psychologist, they might had some sessions together, or he saw her in the hospital there, but no, she was admitted in the hospital. Seeing Hurley more serious and learning about his past was really interesting. I liked it. He blames himself for the death of 2 people that died. A dock collapsed. There were already too many people on that dock, 23, and then he came and, happened. But he blames himself for that and, got scarred because of that. And he blames himself because of his weight. He thinks that, if he wasn't the way he is, things would have went differently. And made up this imaginary friend that represents his, I don't know, his pain and how much he hates his body. And it was really interesting. Really nice. I know he managed to overcome that when he was in the hospital. He didn't escape. He realized he needs help, and he stayed, and he was feeling better. and they released him. Now being on the island brought that problem back. Um, because I mean, it wasn't completely solved. His kind of hate for the way he looks is still there, and probably that's why David appeared. It seems that Libby has a positive effect on him. They seem that, you know, they like each other, and now they're kind of together. So, but Henry didn't died. He was killed. But either they ask him his name and his wife name, as Said said, and they believed him, or they saw the ID and the bill, but then still left the whole wallet with the body and then buried him. Why not take the wallet and burn it? I have no idea. Okay, but like, so many things, I don't know. Is he, like, he really doesn't care if he, I don't know. Maybe he really doesn't care that he got captured and they found out he lied, because I don't know, honestly. But he kind of admitted that he's part of the others and the leader is gonna kill him. They thought that the leader is the one with the beard, but the guy, I think the guy from Claire's episode when she was with Ethan that came up said that, you know, he was also talking about him, like he was the devil from the Powerpuff Girls. So I can't wait to meet him. It would be funny if it's actually the fake Henry. You know, he took the matters into his own hands, seeing how Ethan failed. But I think the most important and interesting thing he said was about the computer, that he didn't put in the numbers and nothing happened. The countdown reset back to 100 days as nothing happened, which I do believe him. I don't know if John believed him, but I believe him. Especially because of that little thing on the hatch door about being inactive. Again, I don't believe it's about that mechanism, whatever it is, that he has to put the numbers in for. I don't know what John is gonna do next. Is he really gonna believe him and move on, or just continue to be sure? Or I don't know, maybe he'll go look for other hatches that he saw on the map. I think he paid some sort of an attention. He was looking around, probably to memorize as much as he could. And, you know, to understand why the hatches are there, what for, you know, what's with the numbers and all that stuff. I don't know. But it's gonna be interesting to see. I wonder if he's gonna tell Jack I mean, he has to, if he stops putting in the numbers, he has to tell Jack, and I don't know if he's very happy about it. It's just gonna prove Jack's point that, it's useless, nothing's gonna happen if you put or you don't put the numbers in. So that's gonna be a blow to his ego. I don't know. Also, it's not that he was 100% sure, John, but it was like, what if, Let's do it just to do it. Because if nothing happens, good. If really happens, it's good that we put in the numbers. But yeah, that was interesting. I really like the episode. I like seeing Hurley more, I don't know, down to earth than just a goofball joking around. Something that, people can relate to. Hating your own image and your own body, and yeah, that was it. I think this is all I have to say about this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. I will see you next time. Bye.